All right, let's get right into it. Think about it. For as long as we've told stories, two creatures have absolutely owned our nightmares. They're ancient, they're unbelievably powerful, and they're eternal enemies. Today, we are breaking down one of the most legendary rivalries of all time, the brutal, bloody conflict between the vampire and the werewolf.
Yeah, that line, it really sets the tone, doesn't it? We're not talking about some recent grudge. This is a war that's been fought in the shadows for thousands of years, a secret history playing out just out of our sight. It's a conflict that was born from the darkness itself. And that's the huge question we're tackling today. When these two absolute apex predators of the night finally meet, what actually happens? Who's got the edge? This is the ultimate supernatural showdown, and we are about to look at the tail of the tape. Okay, first up, let's meet our first combatant. In this corner, you have the very definition of primal rage, a creature of pure, raw physical power. Let's break down the beast. You know, there are two really big things to pull from this. First, the werewolf's power is literally tied to the moon, a force of nature. And second, it's practically invulnerable. Your standard weapons, totally useless. This isn't just a big wolf. It's a walking, talking, natural disaster. So let's see what that looks like in a fight. We're talking raw strength that can bend steel and just shatter stone. Speed that makes it nothing more than a blur in the dark. But here's the real game changer. It's fangs. They can tear apart an immortal foe. That's not just a weapon. It is the perfect weapon to use against a vampire. All right, let's head over to the other corner. If the werewolf is a raging hurricane, then our second combatant is the chilling, silent cold that comes right before it. It's time to meet the immortal predator. The wording here is so important. It's not just about living forever. It's about being a predator, a hunter. And that word, cursed, that implies a long, bitter life filled with countless, endless battles. A vampire hasn't just been alive for 1,000 years, it's been fighting for 1,000 years. So this is what the vampire brings to the fight. It doesn't rely on brute strength, no. It relies on its mind, on cunning and deception. It has dark powers we can only guess at. And its weapons, they're subtle, but they are final. A single, deadly bite, and those hypnotic eyes that can control its prey before it even strikes. So, you've got the unstoppable force on one side, and the master strategist on the other. What happens when that bell rings and these two finally clash in the dead of night? Let's get to the showdown. And right here you see the ultimate clash of styles. It's the werewolf's raw, overwhelming physical power against the vampire's cold, calculating deception and supernatural abilities. This is a battle of pure instinct versus intellect, of raw fury versus ice-cold focus. You can almost hear it, can't you? The fight doesn't start with a sneak attack. It starts with a declaration of war. That werewolf just lets loose a primal howl, a challenge that shakes the very ground, signaling an all-out assault. And the response is just as chilling, a scream. But wait, whose scream is it? Is it the vampire caught completely off guard by that savage attack? Or is it the scream of the werewolf as the vampire's dark magic finds its mark? The story leaves it hanging, painting this picture of just pure, chaotic violence. So after a clash like that, blood has been spilled, the night is on fire, you'd expect a clear winner to be left standing in the wreckage. But this is where the legend takes a really fascinating turn. It's time for the verdict. So let's really think about the case for the werewolf. At the absolute peak of its power, under that full moon, it is a creature of basically infinite strength and rage. And with fangs literally designed to kill immortals, it has the perfect tool for this exact job. I mean, how can anything possibly stand up to that? But then, you have to look at the vampire's greatest weapon, time. A creature that's lived for centuries, has fought in centuries of battles. It's seen every move, every strategy. Can pure raw strength really beat an entire eternity of cunning and combat experience? And that brings us to the final, chilling conclusion. There is no winner. The legends are clear. The balance of power between them is so perfectly, so terrifyingly even, that a real answer is impossible. Their fight is eternal, for one reason. Neither one can ever truly, finally destroy the other. And this This is the part that really gets you. The question was never really who wins. The reason this all matters is because of where it puts us. In this ancient war fought in the shadows just beyond our world, we're not the heroes. We're not even the spectators. We are simply the prey caught in the middle. And that just might be the most terrifying secret the night has ever hidden.